That's all it needs then. So make sure we're recording and get back up and fire up another episode. Hello, happy campers. I'm Spike.
I'm Chris.
That's Chris.
And I'm Scott.
That's Scott. Scott's Comic Relief. 420's main.
Sweetie.
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 That's what my mom calls
on
me.
the 420, buddy. No wonder it's such a blissful time in here. Currently, this is episode 51 of Geeking Out. If you've already missed a very special episode, you didn't miss a whole lot. But anyway, episode 51, it's that most wonderful time of the month. We're in here pestering poor old Scott.
We love doing that.
Scott, we've got... Now, Scott is our original unsponsor, okay? He doesn't pay us a thing. He doesn't give us jack squat. And we don't ask for it, but we do like to give him a little... let him have the rub every once in a while on these shows. Scott, this thing I'm resting my arm on and probably taking about $5 off the value of. What can you tell us about this thing?
Oh yeah, this is Icon Heroes makes it. It's 80th anniversary Batman, Jim Lee. Beautiful. I would love to take it out of the box, but that's...
Then it wouldn't be mint.
Exactly.
Which is the eternal Geeks.
There's only 500 of them. I think it's number 200. It comes with a COA certificate. Just
hell yeah.
Very nice.
Beautiful little sucker.
Batman.
Good size too. $75 can be yours.
Yeah, that's not bad at all. And there's only one. Remember that. The sooner you come in, the sooner you make a Geeks Christmas very, very merry.
Yes, very much.
And speaking of being merry, over here next to Chris, of course with Chris.
It's Christmas time.
It's Christmas time.
In case you can't tell, but this is from Saturday Night Live sketch, Dick in a Box. That's right. That's exactly what it's called too.
Just zoom in on the video, guys. I ain't gonna pick this one up and bring it.
It is. Let's see. Was Justin Timberlake and
yeah, Andy Samberg.
Andy Samberg. And this was one of their videos that they did on Saturday Night
Go on
Live.
YouTube. You'll like it.
Yeah, it's hilarious. And of course, they made a pop out of it. It's great.
Yeah, if you like the Saturday Night Live stuff, they got more cowbell. I think I got one of those over there. Yeah, Stefanov, Weekend Update.
I see you have a Zoltar up there on the display.
Yeah, I got a big Zoltar.
I gotta get this one. Hold on.
You know, while Goofball's sitting there blocking the camera.
Issue 50, we had a cool Pennywise statue too.
He's going to take his good sweet time. Yeah, that's the Zoltar.
Whoop.
That was the one that they were using in those Liberty Mutual commercials that I didn't realize until he finally popped out of the thing. And shows where my brains are at. So anyway, this one is $75.
Yeah.
How much is Dick in a Box besides price?
$20.
$20. That ain't bad.
20 for 2 pops. That's pretty good.
Yeah. And the Zoltar Chris was showing you was what?
20 bucks.
20 bucks.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Actually, that's on sale. So
that's
I think they're about 25 to 30.
Yeah, but since you're watching Geeking Out here, he'll give you the Friends and Lovers discount.
Absolutely. So. If you mention this video when you come in, I'll hook you up.
He'll hook you up.
Ooh,
he'll know you're one of us.
Yeah.
He'll know you're one of us. But there's supposedly, 41 of us floating around somewhere?
And the thing is that, if you're a comic book lover like we are, and you just love everything that there is to do with comic books, and you don't have to travel far. If you live right here in Montgomery County, Kentucky, then stop by Scott's, because comic books need support instead of going online and downloading all this other stuff.
Yeah. Piracy is still.
Yes.
Oh, and that has nothing to do with piracy or stealing, but you are on eBay, right?
Yeah.
I've heard you. Because he complains all the time because he's on eBay because people are a bunch of cheapskates. But anyway, where do they find you on eBay, brother? See your inventory online.
I'm not.
He has
I don't know.
Idea.
We'll put it down.
SCSTA11, I think.
I love putting you on the spot.
I don't have. It's not Scott's Comic Relief or anything, but you can find me on Facebook and Instagram.
We'll just.
If you're looking for anything special, shoot me a message.
We'll start putting links on our Twitter feed that nobody reads.
We'll put it on. I was going to say, we'll put it down at the bottom of the video or something, your information.
By the way, the Twitter feed for the channel is at Who What Where, WHOWOTWARE, just like our YouTube channel is spelled. And if you go to the Twitter feed, I do actually try to update that a couple of times a day and put the latest info, what I think is interesting, the little corn nuggets I'm finding on Reddit through each day. So
Sadly,
currently,
I'm the only one, I guess, that reads your stuff.
I'm currently working my way through a new subreddit I found called Old School Cool, which is filled with old photos of. One photo, I think I've got this on the Twitter feed, is of Shaka Khan playing drums for Rufus back around 1970. Just give you an idea of what kind of stuff is on this thing, and it's just a matter of
You need to get on the gram, do it for the gram, man.
I don't do it by the gram, brother. But if you guys want us on Instagram, Instagram's one of those I haven't even bothered trying to figure out how to do. So,
if you can do Twitter, you can do that.
I'm 48. What do I know? But anyway, so $75, 20.
$20.
$20.
And
We've got a Pennywise over here. That's
a really cool Batman who laughs.
Let's see if I can show you that one. There you go. That one right there runs you about 50.
Yeah,
and Chris
Batman who laughs. And
Batman Who Laughs. That one's
49.
about 49.
About $50.
About $50 or so.
Freaking awesome.
After tax.
After tax and all of that stuff. But
So much good stuff.
a whole bunch of good stuff. Now that we've
So episode 51's a commercial.
pretty much. This is an uncommercial because you're an unsponsor. We're giving you a little love here. But you also have two books down in front of you. Are you?
Oh, well, it's just a cool Crow book.
I didn't even know they're still making Crow
books.
books.
Yeah. They're getting ready to start another little short series. This is just a one-shot.
That's IDW.
IDW does the Crow.
Now, where are they at now on the Crow series? Like, I mean, is it still...
Hey, watch it, you. This is a commercial.
The Crow
not an
is
infomercial.
the Crow is the only thing that carries over. So each person is different.
Okay.
You know, the Crow will resurrect for revenge. So each one will be a different person that was murdered or done wrong in a certain way. And then, you know, the Crow brings them back to life for retribution.
So that'd be a cool idea.
Yeah,
like
and this
that.
is really cool. Yeah, it's about a group of killers that come together every Christmas to celebrate with each other. A bunch of assassins, and the year before something went terribly wrong.
Isn't that John Wick? As far as I understand, that's John Wick. A bunch of killers get together and John Wick kills them all. I mean, the Crow kills them all.
Well, the Crow is definitely a little more.
A little more.
I don't know how to magical than
Don't
John
worry.
Wick.
Don't worry about that because you have a far better
Paranormal, I guess.
You have another book over there that
has
and
this
the best
is the pick
title
of
of the month. Yeah, this
is the hottest book this week. This is actually the only copy I have left.
Of course it is because that title is awesome.
Kill Whitey Donovan.
Yes, it is.
It's got a lot of hype around it, and it lived up to the hype once I read it.
That's a Dark Horse comic, and talking about IDW, Dark Horse, all these smaller publishers and stuff. IDW is one of the newer ones. Dark Horse, though, has been around forever, and
just plugging away,
just strumming right along. Image, I can't believe it's been around that long, but it's quarter of a century minimum. It was like 93, 94 they started up, so they're on their 25th, and Dark Horse has been around since early 80s, maybe around 1980 or so, and so believe it or not, now I'm not going to. Scott can tell you more about it than I can, but there are comics out there that are worth checking out if you can find them and figure out what there is about them that might be interesting for you. But there's
and if you're curious, if you're looking for something to read, come by. We'll find you something.
And except for Kill Whitey Donovan, that's mine. No, I'll let you guys have it if you want to. Because anything that has to do with killing Whitey, I'm there. See.
That should be my line. What the heck?
Yeah.
Oh boy. Anyway, I'm not getting into that. Let's see if we can actually.
Now I got a question though. Now, what are like your main two, or your main go like property? Marvel, DC, Dark Horse. Like what is your favorite ones to read?
I probably read more Image than anything.
Image.
As far as which Image is one of the big three.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you might as well count them in because I'd say I sell more Image than I do DC.
I wouldn't doubt it. DC's just now started increasing their title count again.
Yeah.
They cut it way back there for a while.
Yeah, and I've got it cut way back. So if you're wanting DC, let me know ahead of time.
You do pull lists too. Here
Yeah,
at the store.
absolutely.
So,
Yeah.
So by all means, come on down, guys.
And I'll get them for you.
We'll get them for you. As for me, shoot, I've always been a fan, not so much of the teen books per se, but more of the family style books. So I'm not big into the X-Men books, any of them actually.
Yeah.
But Fantastic Four, I'll sit down and I'll give Fantastic Four a try. Not everybody can write Fantastic Four very well, but the ones who can.
The new run's been good.
Yeah, I gotta admit, it's running a little bit better. JSA, I've talked about them before, Justice Society of America. I consider that's like the anti-Justice League. That's the one where what they do actually matters, as opposed to Justice League and their crisis of the month. But I mean, for some people they like that, but it ain't my cup of tea.
Yeah.
So
I'm more of a DC fan all the way. 'Cause I just think that their characters, even their villains, are way more.
they've done a lot of work
way more
since the
done.
70s. I'll tell you that. When DC didn't really become relevant until like the early 70s, and even then it took a long time to drag editorial kicking and screaming into the 1980s. But Marvel would never publish a Dark Knight Returns. They wouldn't do it. Because they don't have any characters with the gravitas or the
Nope.
mythos who can get away with it, I don't think.
I think
Now
they tried some stuff like with Moon Knight. And there's actually a Conan Serpent War. That's Conan, Moon Knight, Solomon Kane. That came out this past week. It was really good.
See, that's the kind of interesting stuff that that gets your attention. But you're gonna have to show me that.
Dark Agnes.
But so anyway, speaking of crisis, one more thing I want to hit on here is I call it Crisis. It's CW Crisis. It starts Sunday night, December 8th, 2019. For us, we're recording on Saturday the 7th. It's tomorrow night. It finally starts with the first 3 episodes of Crisis. It's going to be Supergirl, Legends of Tomorrow, and episode 3 is on The Flash. And that's when they take a month off and they come back for the last 2 episodes.
Like when they do crossovers is like the only time I literally watch all of them.
And that's why they do it. They've been doing it every year.
It's like other than that, it's like I watch all of them just to match the story, you know.
But that's how comics. I mean,
That's
like
how comics go. And this is probably about the only time I'll watch something like Supergirl or Legends of Tomorrow, because otherwise, again, not my cup of tea. But with with the Flash going on, God bless it, the Flash is my biggest guilty pleasure right now.
Really?
Yeah, it really is. And I don't know why, but I've completely fallen out of Black Lightning. I haven't seen a single episode of it this season. But Crisis is supposed to be what brings Black Lightning into this DC TV universe, whatever they're going to call it. They're trying to call it the Arrowverse, but Green Arrow's supposed to be dead by the end of this. So, or I'm sorry, Arrow is supposed to be dead by the end of this, and then it comes back as Green Arrow and the who's this, what's this thing.
I know I have said this before a lot, but I just cannot get over how bad. I mean, you look at all the other CW, WB, DC stuff. What Batwoman is horrible. I mean, from not just the special effects or the storyline, but the fact that the fighting is even horrible. It's like you can see on the others, it's like they actually try, and on this one, it's like they're working with a very low budget. Like a very low budget. And I'm trying to figure out, like, what is going on here?
That's the CW, buddy.
Good luck.
That's why you don't see the Flash running everywhere, solving every one of his episodes in about 3 minutes, because they don't want to use the special effects budget. They're saving that up for the crossover. So, and we are talking about the CW. These are guys who are excited if they get over 1 million people watching an episode. They get real excited. But anyway, you had a couple of news items you wanted to bring up, Chris.
Yeah, well, I got a couple of Superman news. First, I'll go with the Michael B. Jordan. You may know him from movies like Creed, and he played Killmonger in Black Panther. There is nothing I found that he has actually done anything with writing or directing in his career, just acting. But apparently he had an idea for Superman, and he went and approached Warner Brothers about his idea, and because of that, there's things posted all over the place with him as Superman. But that nothing has actually been said that is true or not. So I don't know. And the other story is J.J. Abrams has signed on to do a 5-year deal with Warner Brothers, and it's apparently going to be, well, his Bad Robot company is going to be part of doing the Green Lantern Corps and possibly another Superman movie, which Henry Cavill is really wanting to still be Superman, and Henry Cavill is honestly one of my favorite as a Superman other than Christopher Reeves, and I really don't want to see him replaced. So my question with you guys is, what do you think about that? Do you think that it's a good idea for
Michael B. Jordan to be Superman?
Yes. No. Okay.
I'll see that. I'll see that idea. Okay. Eric, Michael B. Jordan is Superman? No. Michael B. Jordan is the next Captain America.
I can see that.
Now hold on. There was a storyline running through the Captain America books where who took over as Captain America there for a while? Falcon?
Falcon, yeah.
Falcon took over.
Yeah.
That's
Which
not
that's how it's set up now, though.
That's not the one I want to see happen. Here's what I want to see happen. Back, what is this, 15, 20 years ago, there was a Captain America original graphic novel called Red, White, and Black.
Yeah.
You know what this is? Okay. This was about when Steve Rogers got the super soldier serum back in the 1940s to fight World War II. They had to test that out on somebody, essentially mirroring the real-life medical testing that happened at the Tuskegee Institute on black men. They tried the super soldier serum out on black men first. So there was a guy with the powers of Captain America before Steve Rogers, but he was black.
That's actually...
That would be awesome, especially in these woke times, if you're willing to be honest. And Marvel is one of the very few properties I think could get away with an honest discussion about that. And I would love to see Michael B. Jordan do that.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't even think about that. I was thinking he would be great as the Green Lantern.
Yeah, that would be...
Yeah, as...
But,
yeah, it's like Jon Stewart.
Yeah.
I'm
I
down.
was going to think of his name, but yeah.
You realize?
He just... Michael B. Jordan doesn't have the stature. He seems like a shorter kind of guy.
Yeah, he does. But if it's how you carry yourself, and let's be honest, Tom Cruise has been a movie star for decades now, and he's been standing on...
But he's not been Superman.
No, he's not been
He was Human Torch in Fantastic Four.
Yeah, God, that movie was terrible.
The last one that was made.
Terrible.
That was
not
that
him.
was
I mean,
boring.
he did a
The
good
movie
job
was
in
boring.
acting in it,
Yeah.
but
Well, that's
the
again
story.
again because Fantastic Four is about four. It's essentially about an extended family.
Yeah.
It's about a husband and a wife and the brother-in-law and essentially the other
The
brother-in-law.
brother,
Yeah, and how they
See-
get along and stuff.
See, when that movie came out, there was this thing where Michael B. Jordan and Kate Marin, also from Fantastic Four, was got in trouble. Well, they didn't get in trouble, but they argued with an interviewer who apparently doesn't know his comic books, and was like, "So how is it possible that your brother, played by Michael B. Jordan, is black and you're not?" And they were like, "Really?" It's like, "You want to ask us this seriously?" It was kind of funny. It was like, wow.
Which they were he was adopted in the movie, right? I can't.
I think so, yeah.
I think.
But I
that's how
think
they
that's
explained it.
wasn't that in the original, or one of the original songs?
they were-
No, that was a race left there.
Yeah.
Putting him in, putting a black guy in as the Human Torch was race lift. But if it's done right, hey, more power to it. It's one of those tropes where it's usually not done right, but if you do it right, it can actually. And like I said, red, white, and black for Captain America. If
I
make
like
that
It's
the new
great.
Captain America movie, making money left. and
So
right.
if Marvel does that,
I ain't won't see a dime from it.
it came from him, okay?
Hey,
He said it here first.
I've been calling these things now for how many years? Long before we did 50 episodes of this thing. And, hey,
So
be
would you guys also be on board for J.J. Abrams to do a Green Lantern Corps or a Superman movie?
no,
And Henry Cavill
No.
coming back as Superman?
no.
I would like to see a new Superman. Henry Cavill's too stiff.
Henry Cavill is one of those guys. Now, okay, my brain doesn't work like it used to because I'm 48 years old and a Desert Storm vet. But wasn't Henry Cavill in The Last Temptation of Christ? Or am I thinking of somebody else? That was Jim Caviezel, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. So never mind that.
Oh, Count of Monte Cristo, Jim Caviezel. That movie was great.
That dude.
Now,
Now, you want to talk about somebody, I don't know where in the hell he went. I haven't been able to keep up with him, but Person of Interest that he was in, Jim Caviezel. I could watch the hell out of that show. That was an awesome show. But good luck finding it anymore.
now, Henry Cavill was really awesome in Man from U.N.C.L.E. If you guys saw that movie, that was actually a good movie. It was hilarious.
It
But
popped
was
up
good.
on one of the streaming services. I can't remember which one it was.
If you have not seen Man from U.N.C.L.E., you need to watch this movie. It is hilarious. It has Henry Cavill and Armie Hammer, and it's great.
I'm surprised Armie Hammer isn't a superhero yet. Got
Well,
the Lone
he
Ranger.
He did the Lone Ranger. I actually.
That's probably why.
That's probably why. But I actually liked the Lone Ranger. I thought it
Really?
was.
See,
I
I
thought
never
it took a
watched
nice, interesting sense of humor, and tried to be reverential with the source material, but
Because you have Johnny Depp before Pirates and Johnny Depp
after
after
Pirates.
Pirates. I mean,
And never the twain shall meet.
oh, but the
I
before
got-
is way gone.
Is it that hard to find a Native American actor to play?
I know, right? I thought what they were going to do was Johnny Depp was actually going to be playing the Lone Ranger, and then I heard he was going to be playing Tonto, and I was like, what?
Now, if Johnny Depp were playing the Lone Ranger, I would be all over that.
I
would actually give that one another try.
Yeah.
I was
I'll
excited
try
until
that.
I heard he was going to be playing Tonto, and I was just like, what the hell are you guys thinking? Like, what the hell? Really?
Ooh, with
So I wonder if he wore his scarves between takes.
probably. Oh, I know who
He'd
played.
go put his rings on
Hey,
and
hey,
his
hey!
scarves.
Try this. Would we sit down and watch a new Lone Ranger movie with Johnny Depp as the Lone Ranger and Danny Trejo as Tonto?
Yes, actually, I would.
Yeah, I would probably.
That
watch
was
that.
I would. So
that
on
right
board.
there. The initial revulsion, and then the thought about it, like, well, yeah, but it's Danny Trejo. I'm like,
Yeah,
That's the thing,
Machete.
his daddy. I was like, yes, I would.
Machete
know
got
it.
text.
He'd be an angry Indian.
yes, he would. Yeah, he would. Kill Whitey Donovan, $3.99.
No, it's not.
Oh,
Is
shoot.
No, it's not $3.99. Come in, we'll talk about it.
Darn cover prices. Anyway.
Yeah,
Yes.
I got one more.
What?
We got some trailers dropping
Yeah.
in the next 2 days. Well, actually,
Yeah.
by the time you guys watch this episode, they're already out.
Yeah.
But we have
Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters and Wonder Woman. Apparently, there's going to be a teaser trailer of Wonder Woman. I think it's called 1980 something.
1984.
1984. And apparently, it drops tomorrow, Sunday. And the new Ghostbusters movie trailer for it will be dropping Monday. So Sunday and Monday.
I'm excited for that.
And I got a feeling that they're going to be talked about a lot.
Now, you know Wonder Woman 84, that's going to drop on the Quices, I'm pretty sure. They'll be putting that in Supergirl.
Yeah.
They
that
probably
makes
early
sense.
into it just to get people to watch it. I'm hearing a lot of concern online about Wonder Woman 84. I'm going to hold judgment until I actually see it. I liked the first one a lot better than I thought I would. I got to admit, that was the one that it made me believe DC can do a good movie, but
They hit it right there in a row. Aquaman and
as for
Shazam.
Ghostbusters Afterlife. Now, who's doing Ghostbusters Afterlife? It's not.
It's
It's the son
Reitman's
of.
son.
Yeah,
Another Reitman.
Jason Reitman, I think.
Yeah.
That
But Ivan is there too. He was on set a lot, so he'll
Yeah.
probably be producing it.
And I don't know. I want to like it, but they've had absolutely zero luck with the Ghostbusters things for a while. Ever since they came out with the Extreme Ghostbusters cartoon.
Well, God, you're going way
Ages
back
back
there.
ago,
Huh?
yes. Now, I like the first one. I like the
The
original
Ghostbusters.
the real
video
Ghostbusters
games.
cartoon.
Yeah.
The video games,
Well,
I gotta
see-
admit, were impressive.
Well, see,
Especially
the-
the one I tried for the Wii. I was impressed with
The
that.
video game was actually supposed to be the third movie.
Yes, I remember that. Mhm.
And they, I don't know what happened, but they decided to, instead of making it into a movie, into a video game. Now,
That would be a good Telltale game.
I was,
Yeah, well, that would be an awesome telltale.
even though that they were similar, I honestly liked both of the Ghostbusters movie. I actually, honestly, liked the second one better than the first one. I know a lot of people are going to hate me for that.
All right,
Sorry.
out.
No.
Out.
Oh, come
Scat,
on.
beat it. You hand over your geek card. Come on. You
I
can't
will
say the
never,
second one was better
never
than the
give
first
up
one.
the geek card.
Anyway. So anyway,
But I pretend the one that won't be named doesn't exist.
Now,
How long has
so
it been since that pile of trash, that
the 2016.
2016 Ghost?
oh god,
Yeah, it's only been that long.
that was horrible, man.
That was done wrong.
That-
That was done. It was. Now I tell you what. When I first heard that, I actually got excited about it because I was like, "This would be a great opportunity." That missed opportunities. That explains the 2010s. 2 words for this entire decade: missed opportunities. Time after time after time. The 2016 Ghostbusters. If you had taken, oh my God, if you had taken 4 immigrant women in here illegally, managing to get a Ghostbusters franchise, and they're going around doing cut rate ghost busting, and just basically doing essentially a farce or a satire on the classic adventure formula, just like the original Ghostbusters was a satire of sci-fi films, essentially, if you think it through. I've lost you.
I'm
But
just
anyway,
like, what?
I'm just thinking.
Yeah, that doesn't sound very good. Those illegals running around with proton packs.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Where are they getting proton
Oh, yeah.
packs?
It's part of the franchise package.
They bring them over Trump's pants with them?
Yeah, yeah. You just sit there aiming at the ground, boom. You saw how often they wound up flat on their ass when they would shoot them things. You know that would take a good 50 feet in the air. Hell,
I mean, like the 2016 one. I mean, it was doomed to fail.
oh, it was
Big time.
doomed to fail. No.
I mean, especially when the movie didn't even come out, but the trailer dropped and everybody hated it automatically. Like it was literally the most hated movie trailer / video on YouTube in history.
You saw what happened with Sonic the Hedgehog. the movie.
Oh yeah,
When they dropped that trailer and everybody got creeped out.
We
by
better
it.
change this.
And they actually went through and changed
they
it.
did it to something else too. I forgot what it was.
Yeah, and so that's not necessarily a bad thing. In fact, let me give you an update. We'll close it out with this one. Let me give you an update. You're talking about jumping Trump's wall with the proton pack. To Ghostbusters Mexico.
Yeah.
Race around an Incan temple trying to catch all these human
Agent
sacrificers
Miles
and stuff. Yeah. Only what we do is we grab luchadors to be the 4 Ghostbusters, and they're all in masks. They're all in masks, and they're running around. And you get them all from like AAA or one of the big things, so that way they've already got their built-in fan bases, and you just come in and the entire film is in English, but you pick one of the luchadors to speak strictly Spanish, and everybody reacts to him like he's talking English, but you never acknowledge it in the film.
Okay, I kind of like that.
There we go.
It's like Kenny on South Park.
Yeah, exactly.
But I mean, the thing is that they could. I don't know how this one is actually going to go. I'm guessing one of them is like kin to one of the Ghostbusters, and they find all their stuff and be like, "Hey, let's do that too."
From what I understand, they're all coming back, right? Bill Murray.
Yeah, they're all.
And Dan
I don't
Aykroyd.
think they got.
Winston.
Yeah, Winston's going to be. Well, it's not like. Well, actually, he's been the busiest of all of them here lately. Ernie Hudson.
He's the only one that goes to every convention.
Big man.
He goes to all of them, man.
Joe Whitey. Anyway, who was the one who played Lewis? I can't think of his
Rick
name right now.
Moranis.
Rick Moranis. I don't think is going to be in this.
Yeah,
one.
that's okay. With
But I
me.
believe I think they're actually getting Sigourney Weaver back on this one too.
Right.
Yeah, I think they.
Yeah,
pretty much
I
got
think she's looking
everybody.
for work.
Yeah, she's.
After that Defenders debacle.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Oh Lord, she was the villain in Defenders on Netflix. You
Did
forgot
you
that?
watch Defenders?
No, he never watched Defenders, and that's why she's looking for work right now.
Yeah.
But it's
You didn't miss a whole lot.
No,
the
you
thing
didn't.
is that they could have done. I mean, I don't know how this one, the new one's going to be, but they could do a whole lot with them because right now in real life, there is like a group of Ghostbusters in like I think every freaking state of the United States. Like seriously, and I'm not joking. There's actually people that has the uniforms, the proton packs, and everything, and they go to Comic Cons and stuff like that, and they actually have a freaking replica of the Ecto and all that stuff. And I don't know, like it's actually kind of cool, geeky, but cool.
It's got like all the ghost hunting equipment, all the EVPs and.
You're the one into the ghost walks.
Yeah, well,
The paranormal
I
investigators.
would love to go to Waverly Hills. I want to go.
oh, dude, we need to.
Yeah, and
That'd be
film
so
it for the
awesome.
show. It's
I don't know if
road
they'll
trip.
allow it, but that'd be awesome.
It's all right.
I've seen other people take videos.
Never heard of it. Well, we can go out there on our own.
Waverly Hills Sanatorium in Louisville.
You never heard of it?
Oh no, I have heard of that.
Yeah,
Oh,
like
okay.
over
That's
6,000
what-
people died from
That's the
tuberculosis.
most haunted place in the United
They got
or
the
in the
dead
world,
chute.
actually.
They would just park a train under this chute. They'd slide the dead bodies into the trains and haul them off.
I approve of this place.
Yes.
It's amazing. But I actually met the woman that does the tourism there, and she says, and this is for everybody as well. She says the worst time to go on tours is during Halloween because if you actually want to hear or see something, it's best to just be in a group by yourselves.
Yeah.
Because they have tours like one on the bottom, second floor, top floor, all taking tours. So it's like you can't necessarily.
There's a little ghost boy that'll play ball with you.
Yes.
That's why you want to go on Valentine's Day. No, I think there'd be plenty of people. I would think Valentine's Day would be a good time to take that tour, but no, I can think of plenty of freaks who would go out with their dates to a sanatorium.
I know what I would try to do on that.
Okay, on that creepy little note. So remember, guys,
Yeah, ghost sex.
comics. Scott's Comic Relief.
Go sex.
420. You guys know 420. 420 East Main Street, Sweetie, in Mount Sterling. Come on, say hi to the dude. Throw him some
Come by and
pennies.
see me. I'll take
Come by
care
and
of
see
you.
him.
Dick in a box.
Stick in a box for only $20.
I don't know the rest of that song. No,
If you'll come in and buy it, I'll sing it to you.
We got all kinds of neat stuff for the geek in your life. We're gonna get out of here before we start getting arrested here, because I can see squad cars pulling up already. So until next time, I'm Spike.
I'm Chris.
That was Chris.
I'm Scott.
That was Scott. Scott, we will see you in January, first week of the month. We'll be back.
Merry Christmas,
Do
everybody.
another episode.
Oh yeah.
Now, if you want to come by and interrupt our videos, by the way, probably first Saturday of each month, right around 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, by all
Drop
means,
in and say hi.
come by and just understand. You may wind up on camera, or if I can actually get my remote to work, I'll try to turn it off if you don't want to be on camera. But
don't just come in here and get your second of fame. All right, you better come in here and buy a comic book.
Yeah, coming here looking for
Right.
fame.
Yeah.
oh yeah, fame. Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I was singing in my head.
he wants to live
Oh,
forever.
buddy.
We'll see you next time on Geeking Out, y'all. Take care.
Yeah.